We are here, January 3rd, ready for a Sunday slate. Always fun on Sundays. Yesterday, we got in the green just barely. Took away third in here in that main slate yesterday. Siakam was in foul trouble all night and ended up fouling out. If Siakam had just not been in foul trouble, easily would have been in first place, only lost by 6 points, and only 27% rostered. So that was a great play, just went extremely wrong. Again, though, Ingram was a slam dunk. RJ Barrett was a slam dunk. Oladipo was a slam dunk. Biyombo was the one that you wanted in that value. Turner ended up not really, he kind of disappointed, but almost everyone had him, so it was kind of a scratch. Tobias Harris was the big pickup. That was a great play as well. So let's move on to today. We had a tough decision to make today, and that's why we're getting real close to lock, only about an hour for the main slate. But we're going to go to 3-game today. The 5-game is risky, and it's not the greatest for fish today. That Denver-Minnesota game is just going to be a little tricky. So let's head to the 3-game. There's much more straightforward things that you need to do for the 3-game slate today. So let's see what we got in here. So with the news that Mr. Luka is downgraded to doubtful today, we can assume he's not going to play, which is going to open up some value on this slate majorly in a lot of ways. First, we need to figure out, who gets the largest usage bump when Luka's out, who's replacing him in the lineup, is that replacement a good spot to go to, etc. Right now, it's I think it'll probably be Jalen Brunson in the starting lineup. We'll see. It's Trey Burke, and go with whoever starts. That's my thing. Always go with whoever's going to start. So let's just get right into that then with some value plays. Jalen Brunson, minimum priced, okay, $10. He's not seeing those minutes, so we have no clue what type of output he could give us with 29 minutes per se or something like that. However, if you look at his games, he's besides one, he is at least a fantasy point per minute, if not more. Okay, so that's a really good bet. If you think that he's going to play 29 minutes, which I think that's right around where he will be, even if they split, if it's somewhere around, I think they each could get somewhere around 28 minutes, him and Trey Burke. So fantasy point per minute producer, I really like Jalen Brunson today if he starts. And I'm going to say the same thing about Burke too. If he starts, whoever starts, I'll be playing. Trey Burke, he's actually not necessarily getting a fantasy point per minute. He's a little less. He's actually a lot less. So if Trey Burke starts, I'm going to be disappointed because I'm going to play him. But I like Jalen Brunson more. Reason why I just always play a starter, just because they get the run in the first. They generally get the run to end the second and to start the third. And it's just, they have room to heat up in that time frame a lot more than a bench player does. And if they're splitting the minutes, I usually generally side on the starter, just safer floor. So let's cross our fingers that Brunson's in the lineup because he is a better fantasy producer. Some other really great value plays today. DFS. Love DFS today. He actually has the highest usage percentage with Luka on the floor, which is crazy to think about. But I think that he'll play more than 25 minutes here. I think you'll see something where he's running out, somewhere around the 30 to 35 minute mark. And he can get us a little below a fantasy point per minute. He's going to get somewhere around 0.8. But I like that for $14. a nice floor and a nice upside for him today. And it's, with the same amount for Young, who is also a good value play today. You could definitely go Young because he does have way more upside. Way more upside. Had a great first game. Milwaukee, we can't look at, the Bulls versus Milwaukee. So he has a great upside, but the floor isn't great. So in these type of tournaments, I always play a higher floor, right? Because you want to be safer with a small, amount of participants. But Thad Young is a good play today. Okay. Let's see. We should have your usual Batum as a good value play. I think with the fact that Dallas opening up so much value there, I would rather have players like DFS. I'd probably even, if I had to choose DFS over Batum, but he's there and he's going to probably get around 30 to 34 minutes if it's a close game. So he's a good play. He can produce at about a fantasy point per minute, so it's not bad at all. And then I don't like that we have to keep mentioning this guy, but we do. Essentially, his usage and Covington's usage are really close to the same. So Covington's $20 and Jones Jr. is $12. They could basically do the same thing. But like I said, he had 5 steals last game. So if he's not going to get that, nothing is indicating he's going to go on a scoring rampage. So you're probably going to be looking at between 12 to 20 fantasy points tops. Anything more is great. So that's also a good value play if you really want to go back there. I'm kind of just tired of clicking his name. So I don't think I'm playing him today. Our core plays today. Josh Richardson. Go ahead and slot him in. I believe he'll be the highest usage player on the starting side for Dallas today without Luka. I think this game now is going to be extremely close and competitive, and it's the highest scoring game. I think that he's going to be somewhere around 35 to 40 minutes. This guy might not come off the court. So if you don't have Josh Richardson, first and foremost, I think that you're probably taking an L. And just, I think people are going to go here because Hardaway had a good game last game. He had a good game last game. Okay. He had a great game. I think people are going to go here. I think that you can go here. But I will say that Richardson's probably going to handle the ball quite a bit. I think Hardaway could end up being an okay play, though. He's going to be scoring. He's going to chuck up shots. Hardaway's going to chuck up shots. So by all means, he's not a terrible play. If you want to pair Tim Hardaway Jr. and Josh Richardson, go for it. I think Jay Rich is the better play today, though. All right. Just because I think he's going to have a little more distributing and he's going to have to be more aggressive on offense too. The next core play today that we're playing, we're going to fire up Curry again. When I'm saying, Curry or Lillard, I think you need to have Curry or Lillard, obviously, on this slate. I just will pick the cheaper one. He's $1 cheaper, and it works in the lineups that I'm building today. So I'm going right there. Okay. If this game is a close game, unlike last one, I think that he has the opportunity to reach that 50 plus like Lillard did. And I think it will be a closer game than last game. So I'm not worried at all. Click his name, move on. Wendell Carter Jr., my third core play today. In this 3-game slate, center is really limited. It's pretty bare, and I love his upside. I don't think that he'll score less than 25 fantasy points. I like that he could get us 40 here. He could gobble up bricks from Hardaway Jr. all day in this game. I love it. And his usage percentage is the highest on on Chicago's side with the starters, the highest. Yeah, Kobe White and Levine are both 20%. Wendell lives in that 24% range, along with Otto Porter. Porter hasn't played many games though, but this is amazing. I love Wendell Carter at $19. It's a great play, guys. And then the last core play I'll give you guys is we have to go back to Paul George. I think you have to have a Kawhi or a Paul George in your lineup today. So, I definitely have tinkered around and seen that, maybe you could end up playing a Kawhi and Paul and no Curry, and then you could use your value point guard in Brunson or Burke there. But I will say this. I think it'll be a defensive game, which does help the Clippers, at least, because the Clippers, they have so many guys that can get steals and blocks, and but I have faith in Curry in that game, so I won't be going that route. But that is an interesting route. So take a look at that and see what you can build. That could be a really cool lineup. But Paul George for sure is going to be in my lineup today. It doesn't look great without him in your lineup today. They're both handling the ball, him and Kawhi more. It's just amazing. Their usage is exactly the same at like 29%. So I'll take the cheaper one of them and move on. I think it's going to be a close game. He'll have plenty of run. Let's just cross our fingers that Paul George keeps hitting. If he keeps hitting offensively, everything else will come. So that's it for today. These are the core plays that I'll be running with, and we'll try to keep this thing going. Again, keep a close eye out for whoever's starting for Dallas at point guard. Just in general, that lineup, just make sure we know who the starters are, okay? Because a lot of weird things could happen. And let's see what we can get here. It'll be an interesting slate without Luka. And I'm excited to see there's going to be a lot of star scrub lineups in this 3-game slate. So be aware, and let's try to create some lineups that can combat that star scrub approach. Or if you think you have the perfect star scrub approach, go on with it. I will probably be building as balanced as I can from this here. Okay, guys. You guys have a great day. I will catch you guys another Monday, sometime around lunchtime. Adios.